probably I'll take yearly subscription or something.
But somehow indirectly, we really get benefited out of it, that we have to remain, fit and fine.
Why do I want to become a pilot? For just only medical.
That every year you undergo a medical test.
Every flight, every day, you'll have a different team member.
And I think flying is very, very interesting. It's very, every takeoff and landing is different.
If you are doing a job, अगर आपको जॉब ही करनी है, बिजनेस करना है, आपका अलग उस लेवल पे जाना है, that is a different thing.
Yeah. So and you might be away from your home, your family.
And the way you align with them so quickly within a fraction of second to be
True.
at the same level is very different.
That expression which comes out of from them all of a sudden when you tell them that you are a pilot. Oh wow, you are a pilot.
So people should definitely plan for any other stream where they can bank upon if there is any difficulty. Because most of us comes post 12th. So even degree भी नहीं है, skills भी आपके एक set के हैं, आप कोई setback होता है life में, आप कुछ और नहीं कर सकते.
And you get good hotels, and then you top of it, you get tickets. Free tickets.
But sometime I don't get ticket for my wife because seats are occupied.
So you wait for that 29th, 30th end of the month, and when you get a ting message from the bank, and then you feel really motivated.
See, anybody can say money doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
it does.
But it is the motivation.
Yeah. Hello guys, I am Captain Tomar of Desh, and today we'll have a general discussion about pilot training, various pros and cons of being a pilot. Apart from that, we'll discuss a little bit about medical requirement as well. I have Captain Deval Soni along. Hi Captain Deval. How are you?
Hi Captain of Desh, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so we can start. What do you think? What are the benefits and some of the disadvantage being pilot, in your opinion? Then I'll add on.
For me, one of the best advantage or the pros is that every year you undergo a medical test.
Okay.
So you have to be fit and healthy. You cannot compromise with your health. So because if you see around your friends, your family, how many of them actually undergo a medical test every year on a regular basis? So we know our body quite well, that what's going wrong, something like, so that we can rectify it. I know this is something which every year we get uncomfortable also, that we have to undergo a medical test, but somehow indirectly, we really get benefited out of it, that we have to remain, fit and fine. So for me, that's a pro.
Yeah, but then for medical, probably I'll take yearly subscription or something. Why do I want to become a pilot? For just only medical.
No, the yearly subscription is
for your general test, right?
Yeah, yearly subscription.
Third person can say.
No,
okay,
see, how many of around your family or relatives or friends have taken a yearly subscription?
Yeah, it's not regular.
It is something. If the humans are, if we really do some mandatory, something like that for their own good sake, then only they do it. Otherwise, they don't do it.
Okay. Apart from that, what do you think? What are other benefits?
And I would say it's not a regular job like others. 10 to 6. I think a wonderful adventurous life in terms of flying, your office in the sky, and that uniform. That gives you goosebumps, and a good lifestyle, a kind of atmosphere, environment you stays in, and you get good hotels, and then you top of it, you get tickets. Free tickets, and even not only for you, even for your family as well. You get a good insurance, your health insurance, your a life insurance, that also comes along.
Yeah, but sometime I don't get ticket for my wife because seats are occupied.
Yeah, but there are chances that you may get a seat also.
I
So
may
I would
get-
say, apply for, if you need a 10 days of holiday, apply for 11 or 12 days.
Wait,
So 1 or 2 days extra margin you should always keep.
okay, what else? What else do you think apart from that? Because I believe there are many. If we see from the larger perspective, there are many. What do you think apart from that?
And I think pilots are not a very common community. I mean it gives you a good feeling even if you tell to your friends or somebody else. So I think that expression which comes out of from them all of a sudden when you tell them that you are a pilot. Oh wow, you are a pilot. So I think that also kind of that you're a very rare community. So I think that is also one thing. And I think flying is very very interesting. It's very every takeoff and landing is different. So let's say if you're going from Delhi to Bengaluru today, and tomorrow also going to Delhi to Bengaluru at the same time, but just I mean the conditions are different, situations are different. So I think that, and especially when you're doing a landing, that tickling effect, which comes every on every landing. So I think it's a great feeling. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if I would say for me, one of the most important, very good thing of being a pilot, your team member ability enhances to different level. Because see, in any job, wherever you are working, you'll find same people every day. Here, every flight, every day, you'll have a different team member.
True.
And the way you align with them so quickly within a fraction of second to be
True.
at the same level
True.
is very different.
True.
That is one.
Yeah.
Other part of it, what I found is phenomenal. I don't have a boss. That is one thing which is exceptional here.
Yeah.
I don't have to report to somebody. The moment I'm done, I'm done. I'm not coming
True.
back. Third, these days, if you see corporate life, people get calls, post office, they are asked to do things on their holidays, they get a call from their managers at odd hours. Here, it's absolutely not. You won't get, the moment you are done means you are done.
Yeah.
So this is some other benefit of being
True,
a
true.
pilot.
Most of my friends, they were working in corporates. I think they are saying they don't have a life now.
Yeah. So
True.
I suggest anybody,
Yeah.
if you are doing a job, अगर आपको जॉब ही करनी है, बिजनेस करना है, आपका अलग उस लेवल पे जाना है, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग.
Yeah.
अगर जॉब ही करनी है ना, तो नो अदर जॉब देन दिस.
Provided they are passionate about it.
Yeah, obviously, then that's a different story altogether. Okay, let's now come back. What are the disadvantage, or we can say cons of aviation industry?
So I think disadvantages are, you may not be at home during Diwali, during Holi, or maybe some festivals, some social events. Maybe you will miss some marriages.
I can understand.
So and you might be away from your home, your family, a good number of days.
Yeah.
And then maybe your sleeping patterns. However, then you have to adjust your sleeping patterns, but then your lifestyle modification changes should also be, you have to incorporate. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, obviously, see, pilots, if you see all over, due to the every time you depart and land, there is a pressurization cycle. Your aircraft get pressurized, then depressurized.
True.
That takes a toll on our body on a long-term basis. True. Second, also, you are most of the time you are on the chair, your seat, left or right. Now that also affects your body cycles.
Yeah.
So one is this. Apart from that, it's most dynamic industry.
Yeah.
And there are many factors on which it depends. If IT is down, aviation is also down. While aviation has nothing to do directly with it, so the chances that you may not have a job for some time, because in other profession you can do something else. This is a skill based job. You are skilled for a particular thing. You can't have any other thing in you.
True.
So that is another challenge which pilot may face.
True.
Uh, the complexity of operations. It's a safety critical field.
Yeah.
Everywhere you can say sorry and get away.
Yeah.
Here that sorry could be really,
True.
really
True.
costly to you.
True.
And so technically, if you have seen it, nobody in airline asks you for sorry. They will just, if you do some mistake, the only way is not to repeat it again.
Yeah.
If it is reversible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it is not reversible, then so obviously nothing can be done. Those are some really challenges. And being a pilot, it's not discipline has to be there. No, it's not easy for everybody. That every time you have a difficult departure at odd hours, you have to have discipline. So those are some cons of becoming. Another is high cost involved. I won't really say cost because these days other training also cost you that much, but the time frame.
Correct.
Because here you pay the entire amount within the next 6 to 8 months,
Correct.
and other
And
other
then you
courses,
don't get a degree also. After
degree
that.
also. So
Yeah.
that is another problem.
Correct.
Is the worst thing for disadvantage, I may say, is if your airline is gone or you are jobless due to whatsoever reason. That's the most difficult part for a pilot because he has been earning a decent amount. His EMIs are based on that amount, and all of a sudden he loses job. He will not have opportunity to earn that kind of money with any other field because the skill doesn't have.
Yeah.
So that is another.
So what about Captain Avdesh? Like, what if something happens? You know, so if somebody lose a job as a pilot, what that pilot can do in such?
These days, no, I suggest to everybody,
Yeah.
you being a pilot, because most of us comes post 12th. So even degree भी नहीं है, skills भी आपके एक set के हैं, आप कोई setback होता है life में, आप कुछ और नहीं कर सकते. So at the start itself, try finding any stream where either you have a skill or you have another source of getting something money.
Okay.
That is very, very important. By that way, what happens sometime airline uses pilots in a way that they want, because there's this thing also. Pilots has a lot in stake.
Yeah.
They have really a lot in stake. They can't really go. You understand that what I meant.
Yeah.
So people should definitely plan for any other stream where they can bank upon if there is any difficulty.
Okay.
These days, though, SIP, other investment options are also there.
Okay.
So you can probably, the moment you get a job as a cadet, if you join, keep 10 to 15% amount extra.
Okay.
And put it into any investment,
Okay.
so that if difficult time comes, that can work you as a
I
cushion.
think very good advice. And that's the time that you should start.
Exactly.
Yeah. It will definitely be a good backup.
Yeah.
And you never know when do you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will never know that when what happens and what day.
Right.
And you know how hard DGCA comes on pilots whenever if something happens.
Right.
So people must, because initially, when you are young, you are getting good amount of money. That time you don't feel कि कुछ हो सकता है.
Right. Then we just do party,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
we just spend all across.
Exactly.
Our lifestyle becomes like this, but we never think about what,
Whatever.
if something happens like this or, that's
Exactly.
correct.
So that's what I learn after doing the same thing which I'm saying not to do.
Right.
So people, sometimes people come and they say, "What तुम क्यों बता रहे हो?"
हाँ.
मैं कहता हूँ मैं ही बता सकता हूँ क्योंकि मैं इससे करके आया हूँ इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ मत करो.
Right. I think we have seen enough struggles.
Yeah.
We have made many mistakes. So I think we can advise the aspiring pilots like, yeah, let's not make this mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They will. There are many like aspiring pilot now. They have maximum interest what they have.
Yeah.
when they'll start getting tickets, free tickets.
Okay.
Second, salary किस stage पे
कितनी
कितनी
होगी?
मिलेगी?
Correct.
So can you take us through that at various stages of pilot salary?
So I would say like as हमने पहले भी discuss हमने कर रहे थे when we have a conversation, what are the pros of being a pros and cons. So one of the pros is also salary.
You paid well.
So, you know, that is a good motivation.
Yeah, of course. See,
Of
no,
being-
anybody can say money doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
it does.
But it is a
does.
motivation.
Yeah.
So, you know, once you start, you know, I mean, let's say if you start flying or start flying training at the age of 18, and if you get a job by, let's say, 19 or 20, you know, if you get a maybe initial salary of 1.5 lakh rupees, you know, for an average, you know, person who is not an that IITN wala, yeah, you know, that AIMS wala, doctor wala, yeah, maybe that you know, I mean IAS, IPS wala, general public, normal, you know, average people like me.
IITN also is facing difficult times.
Yeah, true. So I mean, it's not bad at all. You know?
Yeah, it's
And once you become a commander, then getting in hand of, let's say, approximately 5 lakh rupees in your bank account, it's not bad.
Okay.
So you wait for that, you know, 29th, 30th end of the month, and when you get a ting message from the bank, and then you feel really motivated, you know.
yeah. I
So-
hope that it remains 29th, 30th.
Correct. So otherwise, the salary depends. It varies from airline to airline. But from the beginning level, once they join an airline as a junior first officer or a trainee first officer, I think they start with a stipend of 50,000 rupees approximately.
Yeah.
And once their training is finished, when they get released and they fly as a first officer on the right side, then generally in a range of 1.5 lakh rupees something they get as a salary.
Some airline even after release, once your 1,000 hours is done after
Yeah.
release, you get somewhere 2.5 something.
Correct. And then once you get an ATPL, then again increment of 50,000-70,000 rupees approximately, again depending on the airline to airline. And then you will become a commanders. So I think this process will take approximately 4.5 to 5 years in a normal scenario. And then afterwards, there's the enhanced salary will be approximately 5 lakhs. And yeah.
So that is for commander 5
Yes.
5 lakh you get in hand.
Yes.
Then after with that you become senior commander.
Correct.
Then again there is an enhancement. Roughly you get 6 lakh in hand.
Correct.
So what do you think? What is the maximum possible salary a pilot can come?
So yes, correct. You know, I mean, this is one of the disadvantages. Limitations, I would say. Yeah, I mean, limitation is the better word to use. Salary-wise, yes. I mean, sky is the limit here. I mean, maybe you can go up to maybe 10 lakh rupees per month in hand if you're flying in India. Maybe 9-10 lakh rupees. I'm not talking about Middle East and other countries.
If you talk about D,
Yeah.
you can get 12 lakh something in some of the airlines.
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah. So that is a max. Or maybe if you fly some, you know, corporates here in India, then you may definitely get better
more,
or more than that. But otherwise, that's a
So
max
that's
limit.
yeah.
But however, in abroad, like few airlines, you know, if you go to Emirates or fly in Middle East companies, or maybe, you know, in some airlines in Saudi Arabia, or maybe some Chinese airlines, so they pay you more than that.
Yeah, but then again, at the end of the day, there is a limitation.
Yeah.
Being a pilot, you grow up to certain limit.
Correct.
Thereafter, it stops.
Yes, definitely. Like if you go towards management, if you go towards a management pilot, or if you go, the hierarchy level wise, if you really go to the top management, then definitely your
Yeah,
salary
then
can
it
go,
would
anywhere else.
Yeah, but that is different.
But from a
case
flying
altogether, yeah.
perspective, yes, that's a max.
So if you are somebody who is looking to become a CEO or want to go in that field, then this salary may not attract you because there is a limitation. But yes, for average person, I think we are paid handsomely.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.